Hello everyone, you are welcome to my channel. So in today's video we want to consider how to convert list of data into a table. Sometimes when you are working with data as a data analyst, especially when you are working on the data management and features in Microsoft Excel, there's always that concern: are there missing rows within the data? There's always that concern within you, and that is where table comes in. When you convert your data from a list into a table, the entire data becomes a single unit. Okay, they serve as an entity, such that any removal or addition of new rows of data will still keep that entity. That is the very important use of data existing as a table. So before we convert our list of data into a table, we want to confirm that the table is complete. So to do that, we'll say Ctrl A. Let's click any part and then Ctrl A. And then we want to cross-check that there are no missing record and there are no extra data elsewhere. So we'll do Ctrl period, type Ctrl period again. It will take us round the entire unit. So you can see that anywhere beyond this point there are no more data. Okay, and then anywhere beyond this point you can see there are no more. So that is how you're able to ascertain that your data is complete and ready to be converted to a table. So with that, we'll come to styles option in the home ribbon, and you can see the format as a table with the description. Quickly converts a range of cells to a table with its own style. Or you can still come to the insert ribbon and then you will see the table feature in the tables option. You click on it, it will ask you question, where is the data? And the wonderful thing about creating table in Microsoft Excel is able to automatically pick the range of cells you are converting into a table. And you can see this is the range of cell. So of course my table has headers. You leave it checked and then you click on OK. You can see, so this is how a table looks like in Microsoft Excel. Whenever a list is converted to a table this way, there's always that additional ribbon called table tools, and then within the table tools you have the table design tab. Okay, so there are table styles option. There are also table styles. When you come to the table styles, you have different styles. You can see there are different styles, and you have to be mindful about your eyes, especially because some of these colors and their intensity of light. So you choose the one that is you are comfortable with, and then let's say we take, okay, let's go with this light orange. So we go with light orange. You will notice something within this table. You'll notice there's a dark light orange, and then there's also the faint light orange. You can see that. So that is what we call the banded rows. Okay, we call it the banded rows, and you can see that in the table style option. So this is the banded rows. So when you look at it, you see that even rows are formatted differently from the odd rows. So that is how it works. You can uncheck this option and then you can change it to banded columns. Can you see? Even columns are formatted differently from odd columns. So that is how it works. So we'll leave it at banded rows because that is the default state. Okay, and there's something very unique about this. It is such that if you are to add a new data, let's say we want to add a new data to this United Kingdom row 7, we'll click on insert. Now you discover that the dark light orange on row 6, and then the next dark one is on row 8. So you have the light in between. So that was because I created a new row. So that means anytime you insert a new row, okay, the formatting continues. Remember what I said about the entire data becoming as one single unit. So if I am to come down to this point, let me drag this in a way, come here. So if I'm to come down to this point and let's say I want to write, I want to type in France, okay, and then I click on enter. Watch what happens on row 121. You see that the formatting continues. Can you see that? So the formatting still continues. That is what we mean when we talk about the entire data becoming a single unit. Now, same thing also when you come up, you scroll up, and then let's say want to check out the profits, want to create a new column called profits. So if I click on it, so the same formatting would still go. I click on enter. Can you see that? So that is how table works. It takes the entire cell and new columns that will be coming in as a single unit. So I'll do away with this. I'll delete, and then I'll also delete this option. Now, another very important thing you need to take note of is that let me zoom this in, and then you discover that as you scroll down, you will see the what do we call it? You see the column names appearing at the top instead of the column letters. Okay, that is quite different from the list. Let me just show you an example with the list. So this is a list. Okay, so let's say I scroll down. Can you see? So you have the column letters B, C, D, E, F. But in the case of these table, you can see. So it is such that if you are making any changes to any of the cell, especially when you are working with a large data, you can know what column you are making changes to instead of you scrolling to the top to know what it is. So that is one of the beauty of converting your list to a table. So it gives you that flexibility of making changes and knowing the columns to which you are making those changes. So that is one thing you want to take note of. Let's come back to the table design. Now you can also make some little changes here. As to this filter, it is not a must that you can have the filter, the drop down filter close to the column names. If you don't want to, remember when you print, this filter does not appear in your outfit, okay, or in your printout. It does not appear, so it's just for your use only on the screen. So you can uncheck this, and as it is now, the filter button is no longer there. Then there's another important feature you need to know. Let's say you want to make the first column to be very unique, okay, in the sense that you apply formatting to it and make it different from the rest of the columns. You can click on this first column, and then you can see all the data in the first column has become bold. Likewise, when you come to the table style and you click on it, you can see other formattings as well. So it's kind of tells on the first column. Likewise, you can do that for last column when you click on it. So I'll zoom this out. So you can see the unit price also. So the first and the last column has become bold. So you can just check that, and I'll also uncheck this. These are the ways you can use the table in Microsoft Excel. So you can see that it enables you to work with your data as a single unit. Okay, your data becomes a single unit, and then also anytime you are working with pivot features, you don't necessarily need to begin to worry about if your data is being redefined. Okay, so you simply refresh your data whenever you type in a new input or remove rows. You simply refresh it and it will automatically set up itself. So that is one of the benefits of working with table in Microsoft Excel. But then on the flip side, when you work or you convert your list to a table, there is a feature in Microsoft Excel that is called subtotal. Okay, in subtotal, this is it, but you can see you cannot work with subtotal when your data is in the form of a table. You cannot work with subtotal. I'm going to talk about this in later videos. That is the subtotal. I'm going to talk about it in later videos. So you cannot work with it. That is the negative part side of converting your list to a table. So let's say, okay, you are done working with your table. Now you want to convert it back to a list. You don't want it to be in the form of a table again. So what you simply do, you come to the table design, and then on these tools, you click on convert to range. So if you click on convert to range, it will ask you, you want to convert the table to a normal range. You click on yes. Now as it is, the table is in a normal range. Someone may be asking, are you sure? Now if you remember the properties of a table, I said if you scroll down, the column names are supposed to be showing up instead of the column letters. So let's assume we scroll down now. Can you see the column names are no longer showing but the column letters? So that is one. And then also, if you type in, let's say I type in profits, then I click on enter. Okay, so if I am to type in any value here, can you see? So it does not work again. So the feature of a table that is supposed to continue in cell I2 does not work again. So this is no longer a table. So you can simply do away with this by deleting, and then if you want to bring it back to its normal form, you Control A, you come to the font color, you make it black, and then you come to the fill color, and then you put it to no fill. So you can still see these faint orange lines. So Control A once again, and then you come to the table border, please. On the border, you choose no border. You click on it, and we are back. Of course, you can work with this. So that is how you are able to work with a table. See you in my next video.